What's going on, you guys? So today we're doing a video in the 2020 CLA 250 with my pal Frankie.
What up?
And we're gonna be talking about the three things that we absolutely don't like about the car. So let's start with the first one.
So the first thing that I don't like about this car is I think they could have made the seats a little bit more comfortable. It's I feel like it's sort of nitpicky, but they have an option in like the menu, or on the screen, called Seat Kinetics, and it lets you adapt your seat to like your body weight. Although I don't really think it does anything. Whenever I've tried it, and Miguel, like I've tried it in the passenger seat too, like you don't really feel anything move underneath of you, and the seats are just kind of like, they're okay, but they're just sort of like rigid, and it doesn't really feel like the Seat Kinetic feature actually adapts the seat to like the shape of my body. So I think they could have done that a little bit better. The second thing is the rear doors don't close very well, which is just like a total miss. And I think probably the next iteration of this car, they'll fix it, because it's just like a little ridiculous. Every time somebody's in my back seat, I start driving and the car is like dinging because the door is literally open.
Yeah, you have to like
slam it shut. It just doesn't like suction cup shut like I don't know if you've ever been like a BMW, the doors, or even like a Volkswagen, like the doors will just like kind of suction close, and they're really like sturdy and just kind of like seal shut. But the front doors do this in this car pretty well, and the window, kind of moves back up and puts it into like locks it in. But yeah, the back door is just like totally stop on the lock, and you have to really like shut it.
Yeah, it's
hard.
almost like there's not enough of like a rubber seal.
It's almost like just metal, like metal on metal.
Yeah, and it's not shutting well.
Yeah, so luckily for me, I don't have that many people in my back seat, so it doesn't really matter. But the few times I do, it's sort of annoying. And then the third problem or issue with the car is the handling. I used to have a 3 Series, and of course BMWs are known for having really good handling and just a total driver's car, known for the driving experience. Mercedes definitely leaned into the luxury.
So you guys just witnessed that firsthand. So when you say the word,
when you say Mercedes, it'll pick you up. It's like Hey Siri, but it's Mercedes.
Yeah, their version of it.
Which maybe is another thing I don't like that much about the car. But I don't know, we deal with that with iPhones too.
Yeah.
But where was I going with that?
The driving experience.
Oh yeah, the driving experience.
Heavier into.
So yeah, Mercedes definitely leaned more into the luxury like side of the driving experience, and so the handling's great, and like, I mean, the car is fast and it feels really good. It has a sweet spot that when you lock in, it's just like zooming. But I would say it could have handled. Hey Mercedes is still going off. I would say the way it takes turns and the way it handles around corners, it's front wheel drive, so it definitely leans out of the corners instead of just holding you tight in there. So that definitely feels a little like, I don't know, it kind of, it feels like any like kind of normal car you drive. Definitely doesn't really feel like a sports car. And this is like a, did you have something to say?
I was about to turn the camera myself. I was gonna say that, well, adding on to what he was saying, is that when you're going in a straight line, this car, I think, performs and like amazing. However, when we're taking turns, like we were getting onto the freeway and the on-ramp, or even driving up like a canyon or mountains where the roads are a little windy, you feel the car it doesn't feel tight. Like it feels like at any point, like if you go too fast, or if you take a turn at the wrong speed to angle ratio, like you won't have full control of it, mainly because of, like he said, it being front wheel drive. It's kind of weird taking a turn with the front wheels guiding you, like carving into a turn, but also being the wheels that are pulling you ahead or pushing you ahead. I don't know what you would.
Can we show them the sweet spot?
Yeah. Yeah, so one thing we really like about this car is you find the sweet spot. And you essentially eliminate all turbo lag. The turbo lag isn't honestly that bad on this car. It's pretty responsive, but when we mess around with the paddles, usually we found that, you know, getting it between 3,000, like 3,500 and 5,000 RPMs is like the sweet spot for like taking off in this car. So yeah, those are the 3 main things that we really just wish that Mercedes had paid attention to. And we'll add a bonus one in for you. Do you want to tell them about the CarPlay? Oh
yeah. So they put CarPlay right here, which I don't know if you guys can see it.
Yeah, you can see it.
It just puts this big cord, like you have to have an adapter,
right,
of course, because it's USB-C in all the ports in this car.
Yeah, so that's something interesting. They're switching to USB-C on all of the ports. Like, if you guys can see that right there, that's the port, and you have to have an adapter that leads to your iPhone cable that then plugs into your phone for Apple CarPlay.
Yeah, and there's a USB-C like port in here that you can plug into. It's right here, which would be great if that could connect to CarPlay, but it doesn't. You only have this one port that does. So you kind of have this like weird, I don't know, this like big cable just like here if you want to use navigation or like anything else.
Yeah.
So it's a little bit annoying, but I don't know, first world problems.
Yeah, so I mean for that being a complaint, it's really not that bad of a complaint or of an issue.
Yeah, it's really not.
So overall, guys, I think that while it is an amazing car, it still does have a few quirks or things that they could perfect. But overall, we love the car. And yeah, we just wanted to give you guys some honest feedback. So if you have any questions or you have any comments, feel free to leave them down below. And as always, thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you next time.